Hello, beautiful souls. It's your friend Amanda Nicole. Welcome to Wake Up and Listen, a podcast created to help you awaken your mind and listen to your body. Hi again, and welcome back. If you're new here, thanks for tuning in. I'm so glad you picked this episode to listen to. If you're coming back, welcome back. And if you've listened to episode 1, this is really going to benefit you in breaking down those PDFs that we attached to that episode. The 3 W's of communication was the PDF that I had created for you guys. And I have it in front of me printed out, so it is printable. You can hang this on your wall. You can refer to it whenever you need to. You can have it screenshotted in your phone. That way you can always refer back to it whenever you're facing a decision and you need help bringing clarity and a deeper understanding to whatever situation you're navigating. So I use the word understanding because we're not trying to understand something outside of ourselves. No one's teaching us anything. We're not understanding. We're going in. We're understanding ourselves. What the body's telling us, what it feels like, what the sensations are. And that's the first W, the what. So if you don't have this already, I invite you to refer back to episode 1. Go into the show notes, click see more, scroll to the bottom, and you'll be able to click right on the document and it'll take you right to it. So you can follow along in this episode. If not, and you're just driving and listening to this episode, that's totally cool. Play it out in your head. And then when you want to refer to these, they will be in the show notes for you guys to have always. So the first question is what? What sensations do you feel in the body? So immediately when you're facing a decision, whether that's, okay, do I want to go to this dinner tonight? Let's just let that be a simple example. Okay, I have a drop in my stomach. I have a stomach ache and my heart's racing and I'm getting irritable. Okay, so from that point of view, when you can name them, doesn't sound like I want to go, right? But let's just keep with the questions. So now we know what the sensation is. I have heart racing, stomach ache. What is that feeling telling me? So if I ask what that heart racing and belly ache feeling's telling me, that sounds nervous. That sounds anxious. Okay. Now, where do you feel it? Which parts of your body are reacting? So, my heart, my belly. Now, this is the heart chakra. This is the solar plexus. The heart chakra is really aimed around what I can have for myself. The love I have for myself, the things I can acquire for myself that I think I deserve, the love I have for others. The solar plexus is really the power center, what you're doing in the world, how you're showing up, how you feel your body. So once you've established what kinds of sensations you are feeling and where your body's reacting, the next step is to accept it. Let it be there. Acknowledge it, sit with it, and then try to understand more about it, like I just did. Now I know a lot about the spiritual part of the chakra system, and if you guys want to know more, I will absolutely dive into that in an episode. But for now, I just really want you to get familiar with what it means to you. So when you feel your heart and your stomach kind of flutter, does that mean you're nervous because you don't want to go? Does that mean you're nervous because you haven't been out in a while? Is it nervous because you haven't seen that person you're going to dinner with? What is the root cause of that sensation? And that brings us to the next question. Why? Why is it here? What thoughts and images are popping up in your mind when you feel into this sensation? So An example is remembering a past memory when you've had that feeling before. So if I've had that nervous feeling before and I'm like, oh, this is because I haven't been out in a while, I can put that together and be like, oh, it's not that I don't want to go, it's that I haven't been out in a while and I just have a little bit of social anxiety. Or is it resistance? Is the feeling there because you're feeling resistant and you never want to feel that feeling? The thought of being with that person at dinner for that amount of time, you feel this heavy resistance, you don't want to do it, there's an answer. Or, on the other end, is it a feeling of total alignment and wanting more of the feeling? Are you excited? Are you looking forward to it? Are you remembering how much fun you had the last time you were with that person? There is going to be a million thoughts that fire off, and that's where it can be difficult and where we resort to kind of autopiloting and doing whatever we're asked to do. They asked us to go to dinner, I have to go to dinner. Instead of feeling into the body and understanding, that's not aligning with me at this moment. I don't know if it's going to align in the future, but I know that today I don't feel like it. And that is okay. Society has created this need to be polite, but being polite doesn't mean you disregard your needs so that others' needs are met. It means you meet them where they're at with the information of where you're at. Like, hey, I know you really want to go out. I'm just not feeling up to it tonight. Can we maybe reschedule? Can we talk about rescheduling in the future? I don't even think I can talk about that tonight. That's polite. I'm not ghosting you. I don't really feel like going. I'm just not going to answer. That's where we have this all or nothing of listen to the body. That means I'm going to be rude, or don't listen to myself and do what I have to do because they need me to do it. So that balance and that awareness of what does it feel like in the body? Where do I feel it in the body? Why is it here in the body? What is it telling me? And this is going to be a practice. This isn't going to be something that the first time you try it, it's going to be like, oh, I know I don't want to go because it's here, here, and here. And it's going to be a few times of ignoring those signals and going, even after you've listened to this episode, you've read these questions, you've journaled them down. You're still human. You're not a computer where you just rewrote what you're supposed to do and now you've had this new code put in and you're going to do it. You have to go around the spiral of healing, which means you're going to go around the part seeing the same view. It looks the same, but you're on a different level. You're up looking at it. It looks the same because you might be at the same lesson, but you're up a level. So now you may autopilot and ignore your needs, but now you did it with awareness. And while you're out, you're like, ugh, I knew I should have listened to that. I don't even want to be here. That is okay. Give yourself grace. Because guess what? If you don't want to be there, now you know, and you can leave. Or you stay, you enjoy your night while you're out, and the next time you go and you have that feeling, you're like, I know this feeling, and last time I went when I had this feeling, I didn't want to be there. So you can now decide based on that familiar feeling that you've had before for your future self. So give yourself grace. Now that you've begun to understand what your body is telling you, you can start to recognize what it's communicating through different symptoms. The key is to stay present and aware, not perfect. Perfection is never the key when you're healing. Bullying yourself into healing is never going to work. So being aware of every time you fall back into a habit or you created a new one and stuck with it, just have the awareness. Celebrate the small wins. Let yourself be where you are and be totally aware of it and okay with it. Give yourself grace. Learning these cues takes time, so be patient throughout the process. The more you practice tuning into these subtle signs, the more natural and intuitive it will become. Soon it will become second nature, just like that example of, last time I felt this, I was kind of mad that I ended up going out, so I'm gonna say no, because I know myself enough to know that I'm going to regret if I ignore this feeling that's telling me I need rest, I don't want to go, whatever the feeling's telling you. I have to give an example because this just popped into my head. When my best friend Sam and I were in high school, we were getting ready for parties, whatever it was. And every time it was an absolute shit show while we were getting ready, meaning we're dropping stuff, we're losing stuff, we can't pick an outfit. It's taking us forever to get ready. Like everything's malfunctioning. Every single time, I have chills. Right hand, every single time. That's my left hand. Right hand. Every single time we had one of those dysfunctional nights getting ready, we ended up at a party that got busted by the cops, had a big fight. There was always some shit that went down on the days that we could not get ourselves ready. She's also psychic and very in tune. We didn't know it then as teenagers. So we just kept on trucking. We're going to the party. It took us longer to get ready. Whatever. We show up looking good. Like it was so right over our heads. But we also started to recognize the patterning of, okay, this just happened the last 3 times it sucked getting ready. Something's going to happen tonight. And then we would just start calling it out. Like, it was never anything dangerous. We weren't being stupid, but I was like, something's going to happen tonight. Both of us just knew. We were prepared. We just knew. And it was this universal communication that we had that would just be like, I'm going to make this chaos because you're about to get into some chaos. But again, that's just a funny example of how your body is literally always communicating with you. The universe is always communicating with you. Little signs. Another example of the universe communicating with you, which we're talking about the body. Well, we were talking about the body, but the universe is just as strong. And once you become aware to your body's communication, the communication of the universe gets louder. And you just become in tune and in flow. So there was this one time I needed to get blood work done. That's what it was. I needed to get blood work done. I have been, you guys, I'm sure you've heard this in other episodes, I've been sick my entire life. I've gotten multiple tests done, gone under anesthesia. Blood work was literally a regular thing since I was 13. So, actually, probably since I was 11. But so that was fine. I was not nervous about the blood work. When I was trying to get in my car to go get the blood work, I had a full-on panic attack, crying hysterical, hyperventilating, losing it. So now I was very aware to the universe and spirit and getting in tune with that. So I got in the car, I continued driving, I'm still crying at this point, and I'm like, okay, this is weird, something's off, something else is going on. So I said, universe, give me a sign if I shouldn't go get this blood work done right now. The first thing that I see after I ask that question is an auto repair collision shop. I said, nope, not getting in a car accident today. I turned around in the parking lot and I went back home. The next day I went to get my blood work done, completely fine. I didn't have any anxiety. I didn't cry. I got up. I got my blood work. It was fine. Your body's always telling you something. The universe is always communicating with you. It's time to wake up and listen. And that is why we created this, just to show you, because we were never taught. Society never taught us how to do this. They didn't teach us how to listen to our bodies. They didn't teach us how to connect with the universe, listen to God, universe, whatever you resonate with. There is always communication happening. There's always energetic exchange happening. And we really want to take all of I feel like it's very separated in that doesn't exist and the woo-woo. So we're trying to come to the middle grounds of bringing the woo-woo down to earth and relatable and attainable and accessible. And we will always do our best to create documents like this to attach into our show notes so you can always go a little deeper. And if you want to go even more deeper, I offer one-to-one support in energetic clearing. So it's really helping you become aware of and navigate the energy in your space, really get all of your energy back, come online fully, be able to listen to your intuition and your body's needs without all of the outside noise, without the patterning of your ancestors, of society, of past lives, just breaking free of energy that is not supporting you and really coming into tune with all of your own energy so you can live from that place. So you can come from a place of your energy. You're making decisions from your energy, not from the fear of patterns that have been put in your energetic space. So again, if you want to go deeper, you can visit the show notes. There is a link for my booking website, and you can go right on there, pick a date, time, and we can go a little deeper and explore what we'll see. I hope you guys like this episode. And again, if you need this document, it is in episode 1 show notes. We will see you again in the next one. Have a beautiful day. Hello again, friends. It's Amanda here. I want to do an episode on the breakdown of the PDF. Nope. Okay. Take. Hi, friends. It's your... Nope. Hi, friends. It's Amanda. Nope. Hi again. Nope.